I want to colonize Yoshi's Circuit and make it mine. This track is amazing. I can't even fathom the talent that went into crafting a course that's based on the outline of a complex character design. It's that good. We kick things off at the foot, and it wastes no time throwing you into a creative structure via Yoshi's hand. Yeah, this is his hand. The arcs here are meant to be his fingers, and this shortcut goes right under his wrist. The DS version of this track didn't really get the memo though, and decided to amputate all of Yoshi's fingers. Even if you don't notice what part of his body you're on at the moment, the design alone is enough to captivate you. Think of all the times you've taken this shortcut by boosting with a mushroom or a star. It feels great flying over the water underneath and popping out the other side, where you'll likely run into other players that had to go around. And if you were one of those players, you'd set your sights on the ship in the background that references Super Duper Mario Sunshine. Hey, look behind you. There's even an advertisement referencing it right there. It's great. Then you've got the nose tunnel. Now, the designers could have easily made this a boring, wide open turn out in the open, but someone on that team thought it'd be funny as crap to have the players go inside the nose and pop out the other side, which is plain nasty yet beautiful at the same time. Just look at the way the light floods into here from the open holes. It almost makes you forget you're a booger for a moment. Then you see this sign, which you realize is actually Yoshi's eye, so he just watched you come out of his nose. Anyways, you take this turn and see this odd green ramp to the left. Even calling it a ramp feels weird. It's more like a speed bump off to the side into the abyss. And if no one told you or you just didn't experiment much, you may have gone your entire life not knowing that it leads to one of the coolest Mario Kart shortcuts ever, where you travel underground and through the back of Yoshi's head, eventually popping out of his neck. I'm sorry, there's just something about this shortcut that is so cool. It feels so personal. Is it because of how well hidden it is? The fact that you'll probably be alone while taking it? Or maybe it's the initial discovery of such a treat that makes it so memorable. And if you've never played the Mario Kart Double Dash version of Yoshi's Circuit here, then you might be a bit confused right now, because this shortcut was taken out of future versions of this course for some reason. I just want to travel through the back of Yoshi's skull again, man. Don't deny me of this. If you don't take the shortcut, then you'll be taking multiple tight turns around the spines depicted as flowers on Yoshi's back. Not if you're playing the DS version though, since they've been removed entirely, leaving Yoshi with these weird green bumps. 8's version removed the blockades guarding the flowers so that you can run over them as quick shortcuts, something that wasn't possible in Double Dash due to the blockades that box players in more, thus creating a hectic environment where lots of crazy crap happened. They're both cool approaches, and I appreciate each of them. We're now approaching the red hump, which thankfully all versions of this track nail, with 8's version treating it as more of an overhang than a shell, but I'll give it a pass. As you're approaching the tail end, you'll see the Yoshi helicopter, which actually reacts to the player that comes close to it and flies alongside them before heading back, which is just so charming to me. Now let's take a look at how the DS version does it. Oh, didn't catch that? Don't worry, there was nothing to see because it was removed, but surely 8's got our backs, right? Yup, with good old regular looking helicopter. Screw the Yoshi helicopter referencing Yoshi's Island, right? Didn't need it. I'll take care of you, my child. Another sick part here is seeing Daisy Cruiser, an entirely different course, in the background, which the DS version again does not deliver on. It's nowhere to be seen. Thankfully though, 8 swoops in for the save because it does include Daisy Cruiser. Way over there. And it barely looks like the ship at all. Man, these kinds of complaints are always hard for me to make because people will often think I'm nitpicking, but there is seriously a lot to value when it comes to aesthetics and background details. Just because something doesn't affect gameplay doesn't mean it ain't worth critiquing. That being said, check out this water! No, seriously, while this water does look absolutely lovely with all the shine and colors, it's hiding a little big secret. Let's take a closer look at the edge of the water here. Notice anything? There are star designs in the water. How cool is that? Like, I get it, obsessing over small details might get a little irksome at times, but you can't deny this is really cool. Not to make it a competition or anything, but 8's water just doesn't charm me in the same way. Its colors are a bit muted, it doesn't have as much shine, and just knowing that the little stars are gone makes me sad for some reason. They both exude different vibes for sure though, and it's all up to your taste, but as for for me, I prefer Double Dashes. I also love the cute faces it puts on flowers, clouds, and the sun. It's so simple, it's such a small thing, but it just makes me happy, which is why I get a little sad when I see 8 not include them. That isn't to say I think 8's version of this course is awful, by the way. I enjoyed the small buildings below Yoshi's shoe that serves as a tourist dock, complete with a Yoshi-shaped building and a map outlining different parts of the track. It also calls this section here Yoshi Tunnel, which is hilarious once you recognize that it's just the inside of his nose. Speaking of which, nobody knows why there's a Yoshi-shaped rock out in the ocean here. I'd love to know the mystery behind that. I also find all the Yoshis cheering you on a joy as well. Oh, and the final stretch of this course, which originally had piranha plants that chomped at ya, was changed to have tires lying about on the grass, which feels random at first until you realize that Mario Motors is right there and clearly not doing the best job at staying organized. Mario Kart Tour actually has its own version of Yoshi Circuit too. It shares a similar structure to 8's, what with the buildings below the shoe, the overhang shell, and Yoshi Tunnel, to name a few. It added these piranha plant boards right before the water skip, which feels a bit out of place, but I think the point was to make it feel secretive. It also added these pieces of metal to the edges of what once was grass to, I assume, make it a bit easier for players to drive through. And despite having Mario Motors by the finish line like in 8, it doesn't have tires on the grass. So hey, I guess the business did pull through in becoming more organized. Good on them. But no matter how hard Tour here tries with its unique quirks or popping colors, I must deem its version of Yoshi Circuit the worst for a single reason. One that isn't immediately apparent to the eye, or should I say, eyes. One above the other. I just... Why? Why would they do this? I don't understand. To screw with us? To make Yoshi look like a monster? I don't know, but honestly, I can't help but love this track no matter what version it's from, even if this one has creepy eyes on Yoshi. Maybe one day I can colonize it and capture it for myself so I can enjoy watching people fly off my island in splendor. Thanks for watching, consider becoming a member of the channel, and I'll see you next time. Take care.